If you've seen video number 2 from me, you'll know that factorising is the opposite of expanding brackets. So what we're doing here is we're factorising a quadratic to form a set of double brackets. We know that quadratics come from double brackets when they're expanded. So this first one, we know that x squared plus 7x plus 10, classic quadratic, is going to become two sets of brackets multiplied together. Now, there are loads of different ways that this can be taught, but I like to use these two rules here. So rule number 1, if the second sign is add, the signs must be the same as the first, and you add for the middle number. And rule number 2 is if the second sign is take away, the signs are different and you subtract from the middle number. So if we look at the first example here, you can see that the second sign is an add. The first sign here, second sign here. So we know that we're using rule number 1. Now, second line here, the signs are the same as the first. So the first sign in our question is a plus, so I need to put a plus at the start of both of these. Now we use our knowledge of quadratics, and we know x must go at the start of both of these brackets because when they're multiplied out it generates your x squared. Next step, we need to write the factor pairs of this last term here. So I'm going to write the factor pairs of 10. 1 and 10, 2 and 5. Just notice where I've written these, I've lined them up underneath my spaces in the brackets. Next job, we need to choose which of these two pairs of numbers we're going to use and which pair are going to go up into our brackets. And this is the last part of the rule. It says you add for the middle number. Now the middle number is positive 7. So which of these two pairs of numbers can you add to create positive 7? And of course the answer is 2 and 5. 2 plus 5 is 7. So I take my 2 up here and my 5 up here. And I always say to my students at this point, let's just do a last minute check. Positive 2 add 5 is positive 7, which is the middle number. So we know this is correct. Second example, here we go again, another classic quadratic, x squared plus 2x minus 15. And we're going to look at which of these two rules apply. Now the second sign in this one is take away, the first sign is add, the second sign is take away, so we're using rule 2 here. The second sign is take away. So the signs are different, so you automatically go plus minus. There you go, the two signs are now different from each other. We know from our previous knowledge that x must go at the start of both of these brackets to generate our x squared. And again, we're looking for the factor pairs of this last number, 15. 1 times 15 is 15. 2 times, we can't use that, so we leave it blank. And 3 times 5. Now again, we've got to choose which pair of numbers come up to our brackets. And we're using the last part of rule 2 here. You subtract from the middle number. The middle number we're looking for is positive 2. So which pair of numbers can we subtract and end up with positive 2? It's not 1 and 15, we can't make 2 from that, but we can make 2 from 3 and 5. However, we must be very careful. If I automatically stick 3 up here and 5 up here, when I do my last check, as I did in the first question, positive 3 take away 5 is negative 2. We want positive 2. How do I generate positive 2? Simply swapping these two numbers over. If I put 3 here and 5 there, when I do my last check, positive 5 take away 3 is positive 2, which is what we want. So x squared plus 2x minus 15 factorises to x plus 5, x minus 3. As always, I've got a few questions for you to do. And I suggest you pause the video, have a go at these questions, and I'll be back in a second with the answers. Okay, question number 1. X plus 3 and x plus 2. And again, I always say to my students at this point here, if you've got these the other way round, if you've got x plus 2, x plus 3, that's absolutely fine. Next one, we've got x minus 4 and x minus 2. Again, if they're the other way round, if you've got x minus 2 and x minus 4, that's absolutely fine. And the last one, x plus 5, x minus 2. As always though, if you've got them the other way round, that's absolutely fine.